Hello, everybody. I'm a little late. I'm sorry. How's everyone doing today? I'm going to make sure my headphones are connected so you can all hear me. I missed you all. It always seems, time is so interesting. It always seems as though it's been ages when it's only been a week. There we go. All right. I see people watching, but also don't see people watching at the same time. So there might be a little delay going on. That's okay. We're going to work with it. Today's topic, wow. There was a lot. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Mark. There we go. Now I see you guys. Leonie, Rupal. Hello, hello. You're on my phone. You're just not on my StreamYard thing. Wow. Okay. So many awarenesses this morning. A lot of downloads, a lot of information, and a lot of possibility. I would love, hi Jackie, if you guys have any questions, any direction that you want to go, please throw it in here. Otherwise, I'm just going to run with the topic of change. And Lilia, oh, I love it. Hello, hello, hi, Alyssa, hello. So I always remember, so we have, Christmas is coming up for those that celebrate Christmas. Shortly after, we're going to have a New Year's. And I remember being younger and people making such a big deal about New Year's that I never got it. I never thought it was special. It was a really good excuse to party. So I used to do that. But I didn't really understand until I was actually in my 30s and speaking with a friend, and she said, she expressed to me that it meant for her a fresh start. It was kind of like a reset for her. So every year when New Year's came, it would be this reset for her life. And Carpe Diem, hi, how are you? Oh, I wish I could hug you. I miss you, beautiful. So when I got that sense of that energy, that reset for life, I was like, oh, that's really cool. That I didn't even know that was possible. And for those of you that like study the body, we know like every 7 years our body kind of does some reset or whatever. This is poor information. I apologize for those that know what I'm talking about. But what if every year you could reset? You could hit the delete button and reset and have so many more possibilities show up because you're not holding on to anything. You're not holding on to the past. There's nothing to make significant. There's nothing to hold you back anymore. And then you get to discover what if you could reset everything, if you didn't even know who you are, what could you choose? So as I'm going towards Christmas this year, it's been different than any year. And I'm sure for most of you, that's true. Hi, Maruna, hi. With this COVID stuff going on, and some people are in lockdown, some people aren't. Some people get to see their family. Some people are like, if they do, they're going to get fined. It's really interesting. It's really bizarre. It's nothing that we've experienced before. And as we go towards Christmas, I've been kind of teetering on this space of wanting that Christmas magic that I kind of got used to, and realizing how much to do that I have to go to the past. And it's interesting, like even watching, like last night I was wrapping some Christmas presents and watching one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. And I know the word, like every word to every song. It's like, it's my jam. I don't rap like rap, but I do my wrapping of my presents every year to this particular Christmas movie. And this year there was like something I couldn't bring up. And what I realized was that I didn't have any of those reference points. I didn't have the past there to draw upon anymore. which can be weird. And it can be like, for some, it can feel kind of like losing something. But for me, I just kind of went into this space of awe of like, whoa, so nothing is real before this moment. Like nothing is real from my past. Everything, everything that I choose to be true right now is true right now. And every possibility I'm aware of could be a future. So as I have this sense of this big delete, this big reset going on, I also am tapping into the world. And the world is asking for something so different. And people are rising that have never risen before. People are using their voice to change things. People are taking action. What if we're about to all have a big reset? What if change is coming? And I mean big change because I like big magic. Little magic is fun too. Little magic is great. I like the little magic. But I'm going to be honest with you. My lust for living, that like really that exciting chaotic living energy for me usually lies within those big changes. And now big change doesn't mean always that we even see it. It can be an energy. It could be something that changes if by magic that you didn't even realize changed. Because things are added to this reality all the time. And some people don't notice it, and things are dissipating and disappearing from this reality all the time. And a lot of people don't notice it. So, what change are you all asking for? What change are you all willing to have? There, it's with this energy of change, I've been really, really aware of how much I love chaos. And I love the out of control that chaos is, because you cannot control chaos. And that is like, that's living for me. That's that space of living when things are that creative chaos that you cannot control. And I look around and I have many, many meetings with many, many people. I'm really busy in my business and other businesses I work for. And the amount of order and control that is so solid in my face lately. And then the amount of chaos that I am and that I am drawn to has such conflict. And as I'm perceiving these two energies, I'm realizing that if they were to converge, that big, massive change would show up. And how many people are willing to have that much out of control change? And are you one of them? Are you willing, truth, are you willing to have change show up and not know what it's going to look like? Not know what it means, not know how it's going to show up. Are you willing to have that much out of control change? You see, the reason that a lot of us don't want to reset is because there's lines of predictability. If we can draw from the past, we can use the past as examples of how to create for the future. But if you had no past, if you had no past, if you were brand new today in this moment, no reference, you wouldn't know the correct, the perfect way to do anything. You wouldn't know how to control. You wouldn't know how to stop receiving. So, how much change are you willing to have in your life? How much change are you willing to not only receive during this reset, but would you actually be a contribution to it? A catalyst for it, a possibility for it, a source for it. And would that mean that you might have to step into a bit more of the chaos that you are? And see, chaos scares people. It scares people because they can't predict you. Just like if you can't predict your income, or you can't predict, look at the things that scares you to have chaos involved. You can't predict, look at relationship. Isn't that why people get married? So that they can predict that that person is committed to them? Is that even true though? So what if change is coming? What if big change is coming? And are you willing to not only receive it uncontrolled, but be it uncontrolled? Yeah. I'm just taking a moment and tapping into your guys' world and asking, what could I contribute to all of you today? What if being with chaos is more innate and natural for you than you've ever acknowledged? Hmm. And how many things do you have put in place in your life to make sure that you're always wrong for being that chaos? I remember when I first started to facilitate, I would have these amazing sessions with people, and then there would reach a point where I could perceive something like crack in their solid foundation, crack in this limitation that they thought was so real. And then there would be this energy of panic because they don't want to live on quicksand, or they're not sure they can handle living on quicksand. So they want to repair the foundation. So I would often start to feel really bad. I feel really bad for doing that, and using quotations, doing that to someone, and then I would want to help them repair the foundation. And it took me quite a while to be able to relax while someone's foundation is crumbling, to be space when someone's foundation is crumbling. Yeah. Hi, Joanne. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas. We're just talking about change and chaos and all the things. Jackie says, in this reality, chaos equals not having your shit together. Which is awesome because when you're willing to appear to not have your shit together, that's a huge relief. I think when I first became a single mom, it was like, well, you better get your shit together. You better appear like you have your shit together, or, they're going to take your kids away and put you in a padded room. Yeah. So what else does chaos mean to you? Being chaos. And how aware are you? How aware are you of the people in your life right now? Whether it's people you work with, your family, your good friends that are determined to control. And even if they do it in the most sneaky ways, they do it in ways where they appear to not be controlling. What do you mean? No, I just asked you a question. Renee, hey, beauty, happy holidays. No poop in a group. And then Joanne says, you're talking about my world for the last year then. Yeah, Yeah, maybe this is for you. Yeah, it's very interesting, and it's very what I'm kind of personally discovering my journey over the last, I would say, month, maybe. It's been really cool, is to acknowledge how much chaos I am, because I kind of had a sense of it, but we don't perceive that which we be, right? So, oh, RuPaul says there was an earthquake in Delhi right now. Wow. Potent much? Change coming? Are you being some chaos? That's chaotic. The earth is willing to be chaotic. It will quake. It will have volcanoes overflowing, tsunamis, hurricanes. It will be what's ever required. And it's also peace. It's also relaxation. So I didn't clearly get how chaotic through other people's eyes, I was showing up as. And when I got that awareness, I realized how much I was doing to myself to make sure that I didn't appear that way. Because you can't, here's the thing, you can't trust someone that's just chaos walking. You wouldn't want someone in your business that's chaos walking. You want someone that's stable, someone that's going to deliver, someone that's responsible and reliable. All the GQ implants and explants telling you all of that. Let's distrain and create them, right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So any of you listening to this now or in the future that have never heard the words that I just said, that is the Access Clearing Statement. You can get more information at the accessclearingstatement.com, and it's just a magic set of words that we use to clear energy. It comes from Access Consciousness, which everything is if by magic is, leaps off of that. Yeah, Renee says, chaos can create so much. No judgment. Yeah. Renee says, I want real. Yeah. So are you guys willing to be real with you? Are you willing to acknowledge how much chaos you are? Or how much chaos you is actually, and I'm going to use the word comfortable, but it's not comfortable from stability. It's not comfortable from reference points. It's comfortable from actually a sense of relaxation. Because when you are a ball of chaos, okay, and you are trying to control it, how much contraction, suppression, compression do you have to be around you? And if you relax, you actually let go of all of that. You cannot be in relaxation and suppress yourself. You cannot be in relaxation and compress yourself and control yourself. That is the opposite. So, what relaxation into the chaos of you and the chaos of living and change and choice are you willing to have? Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and create a place. Right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. Manny says, oh, let's ask some questions about my own chaos and awareness of other people's unease and control. Yeah. And people will control you in the most, so for those of you that don't often desire to control people, it won't occur to you that people would control in the way that they control. It's kind of a bizarre awareness to have. But what the awareness can actually free for you is the lie that you're telling yourself that people are being real, that people are being truthful. What if 99% of the time people are lying to themselves, which means that they're lying to you? I mean, how much do you lie to yourself? Whew. awesome. Everything that is times a godzillion. Can we just train and create it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, puck and pot, all night shorts, boys and beyonds. Change is coming. Change is coming. And what if you actually applied the chaos that you are to the change? Just sense that for a minute. Get a sense of the future. And it now there's possible and probable futures. And not like there's one future to rule them all. Okay. But just kind of get a sense of your future. So how much chaos of you would you have to apply to that to make it greater than you can control? Anything that doesn't allow that, will you just trade it greater, please? Right, wrong, good or bad, puck and pot, all night shorts, boys and beyond. And Leonie says, yes, didn't fully hear you and got the energy here. Cool. Yeah, there's actually a lot of energy. And I'm dancing around it here with you guys. So what have you all been implanted and explanted to believe that uncontrolled change will bring that isn't true? Everything that is trying to create it, please. Right, good, bad, back, pot, all day charts, boys and beyonds. Okay, I promised myself I wasn't going to go too far with you guys on these Facebook lives. There's actually a change in these lives that I'm sensing over the Christmas break. So we're going to take 2 weeks off. So there won't be a Facebook live next week, and there won't be one the week after. Yeah, because we got Christmas and then we got New Year's. And then, yeah, we're looking at what would this like to be? What is this asking for? And being willing to change everything. It's one of the things I love about Access Consciousness. And if you've ever worked with the company, it is, they just go, whoa, we're changing everything. And like, you can perceive the chaos. It's like you have a really thick carpet, right? And you just go, and everything like that's been deep in the roots of the carpet will fly up. And that's part of the chaos, the creative chaos that is possible. So where have you bought that? Wow. That things always change for the worse rather than for the greater. That uncontrolled change always changes for the worst. And never for the greater. Everything that you did to you to buy that lie, will you just train and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Here's the thing, if that is a lie that you've bought, you will create it as true for you. You create it that way. Yeah. So chaos mages. Do you notice that when I acknowledged you as a chaos mage? You know, Gary Douglas, founder of Access Consciousness, recommends that we read these books, The Magic of Recluse. And the first one in the series is all about chaos and order. And it's very interesting. Well, actually, the books follow on with the chaos and the order, but there's some really interesting lines and awareness within this. And I love the conversation of chaos and order. Now, here's the thing. Order is not evil. It's not chaos is light and order is terrible. It's actually just being aware of the amount in which you are functioning as and creating as. So you You can be the chaos of you and have just a thin line of order that creates a strength and a strengthening. But you don't need that much. Then you get to have the joy and the hedonistic joy and pleasure of the chaos that you are and the chaos that change is. So I guess that's my little secret personal ask is what would it be like if even 10,000 people allowed the chaos of change uncontrolled? Wow. I don't know what you guys are sensing, but I sense like this huge space of ease. And actually a gentleness and a kindness. How kind are you to you when you control yourself out of your magic? Because there's magic in the chaos that you are. The chaos that you are is magic. Because I don't know if you've acknowledged this or not, but this reality doesn't really acknowledge magic as true. So anytime you allow yourself to be magic, you have instilled a level of chaos within the structures of this reality. How much of that are you willing to have? A controllable amount? Or an uncontrolled amount? So that might be something to play with over the holidays. How much uncontrolled chaos of magic are you willing to allow that you've never been willing to allow before? That if you allowed it, would gift you the ease and the peace and the joy and the glory that you know is possible for you. Anything that doesn't allow that, will you just reign and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. I got quiet there for a minute. I'm sorry. Hi, Jennifer. Merry Christmas. Talking about some chaos and change, you know, all the things. And start to notice, yeah. So what if you could really start to notice like who are the people, the chaotic people in your life, and how much do you control their effect on you? And what are the sneaky little ways that you control chaos within you, but also within other people, or you haven't acknowledged? There we go. I was just about to get off, but we just hit another thing. Let's just sit with this for a minute. Whew. What are all the sneaky ways that you control chaos that you have never acknowledged? Leonie, shit, you got me. Sometimes it's easier to look out here first. So look out here and then see if you're doing that same thing to yourself. So some people will like in my life, I have people that just disappear. They're just gone. And well, actually that doesn't happen anymore. Cool. They used to happen. And that was their way of controlling because it was so out of control to have me so close. Other people use, well, gaslighting is a brilliant way. Sneaky little seeds Um, how have you seen others control chaos? How do you control chaos? And then look at how you're controlling it within you. I know for me, especially if I'm like I have this creative energy of chaos and I'm on a meeting and I'm aware that I have to sit there for about 20 minutes so everyone can talk before like anyone's willing to receive anything I have to say. And I'm like, okay, just hold it back, just hold it back. And I can perceive myself suppressing, compressing all of this chaotic energy. And so my new, like my practice, because I've been, breaking this entrainment that I have, is to actually relax and then expand out in every direction, relax and then expand out in every direction, relax and expand out in every direction. And here's the funny thing. The energy doesn't go away. It actually amps up. It actually like keeps like getting bigger and more substantial. But it's so much easier on my body. And then when there's space to kind of put words to all these energies, it's still the potency of the chaos that it is. And I demand of myself not to control it. I demand of myself to let it create whatever it's going to create for other people, that I'm not responsible for it. I don't have to control them in regards to my chaos, and I don't have to control me in regards to my chaos. My job is to be. That's what your guys' job is too. So notice these where are you controlling the magic of your chaos and the chaos of your magic? And how are you doing it? Not from like, now I'm going to do some cognitive wheel turning and figure out all these places, and then I'm going to make a list and I'm going to know when to not do it. But for the clarity and the awareness. Hi, Jennifer says, I was asking a magical creature. Oh, that's her body. What it required, and bam, here you be. Wow, my job is to be. Yeah, your job is to be. I got to tell you guys, I'm taking, Dr. Dane here has a 3.5-day Being You event starting this week. Well, it's starting tonight, actually. And, it's one of those classes where you start to receive the class before you get there. And I have never been so dazzled by my own being until joining the creation of this class and having so much caring for my being, so much caring for my being, and acknowledging, we hear it all the time in Access. We hear it. It's not what you do, it's what you be. But then no one acknowledges it. We hear it all the time, and then no one truly acknowledges it because they're not acknowledging it for them. So they can't acknowledge it for you. But if your job is to be, and sometimes that's being chaos, sometimes that's being the change. Sometimes people are going to fight you or they're going to resist it. Sometimes people will look to control your being, control you out of being. That's okay. You don't have to fight them. You actually just amp up what you be. You just go out of control. Because if you're out of control with you, from you, then no one else can control you. It's only in your alignment and agreement of controlling your chaos that they have any control. Your alignment and agreement of controlling your being. Your alignment and agreement of controlling your magic. That they get to have any control. So everywhere you aligned and agreed or resisted and reacted to the chaos of your magic being controlled. And everywhere you're still doing it. Will you just train and create all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyond. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to miss you over the holidays. I don't know if I'll be able to stay away. I might do a random Facebook Live at some point. We'll see. But I just wanted to really thank you. This has been a really cool year, and I'm ready to reset. I'm ready to have the change uncontrolled. I'm ready to see what does my business look like after this reset? What am I like after this reset? What is the world like, the planet, everyone that I interact with? What will it all be like after this? I guess we'll find out. And I guess I'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you, Jennifer. I adore you too. And guys, if you haven't yet, we have a free advent calendar. So there's been gifts every day for you guys, audios, we've got classes, we've got all kinds of things. So please check that out if you want. It's totally free, and it's just a gift from As If by Magic to you guys, and our gratitude for the magic that you are on this planet is available for you. So enjoy. You get to open up little doors. It's so cute, and check out all the goodies that we have there for you. Leonie says, if a week seems like a lifetime, oh my God, what would 3 weeks feel like? Is it 3 weeks or 2 weeks? Maybe it is 3 weeks. No, it's just going to be 2 weeks. So we're back. Let's clarify. So 24th, not here. 31st, not here. 7th, the number of magic, will be here. Promise. 7 o'clock. Not 7 o'clock. 7th of January. I'll see you guys back here. It's probably going to be greater than it's ever been before. Oh, Leonie says, I highly recommend the advent calendar. Yay, thank you. Super grateful. Oh, okay, before we go, and I do need to go. And I know some of you probably have lives and you need to go too. I just wanted to end with this, okay? So can you all tap into all of the Christmas magic? And you could pull from the past, but I'm looking for you to sense the present. Oh, okay, interesting, cool. So what would like to rise now that has never risen before? What magic? Maybe it's not even called Christmas magic. Maybe it's just a magic that's available. Okay. And then would you be willing to activate contribution? Which means that there's a gifting and receiving occurring. Awesome. Yeah. And just play with that. Maybe engage with that. I'm not going to go further than that, although I'm a little drawn to that, but I'm going to save it. Yeah, would you engage with that magic and just see what it says to you. See what you notice, see what you're aware of, and imagine you didn't control it or the effect it has on you. What? All right, guys, thank you so much. Adore you all. Super grateful. And we'll see you January 7th. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, all the things. So, so grateful. What magic is available now? Bye for now.